Hi guys, it's your girl Veronica. I am finally back with the video, if you can't tell by the title. Today we're going to be talking about financing vet school, things that I wish I knew when I was applying for vet school, or even when I got accepted to vet school. Actually, that's more of when I had the question of like, wow, like how am I actually going to finance this? It is May 15th. We are officially done with our first year of vet school. Yay! I'm so excited. We finished on May 10th. That was really exciting. I am gonna have an update video coming out about my first year of vet school, things I like, things I didn't like, things I may have changed, pertaining to just my sole experience at UGA. I am just very excited to share that with you guys. But let's just go ahead and jump into the video today. Keep your eye out for that update video because it's gonna be like very good. Get yourself a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, because okay? So, finances. First of all, congratulations to the class of 2027. I'm so excited for you guys. Like, I've already met some of you and it was just so exciting meeting you guys on Accepted Students Day. Like, so glad that so many of you guys could come out and meet us and talk to us and just hang out. But y'all are in for a lot of fun, a lot of amazing teachers, just a great time. And then you got accepted. Like, that's it. Like, you're here. You're here. That's it. You're done. And we're here to talk about finances and how, if anyone has questions about it, you can always ask more questions below. I hope I cover like a good bit here, but I'm trying to make this like a short and sweet video. Okay. I remember around this time last year that I was like, oh, wow, okay, so I've been accepted. I've known I've been accepted for like a couple months, but like what now? Like what do I do? What do I do? Y'all are telling me this is the cost of attendance. What is that? You're telling me, you know, fill out FAFSA and your financial aid award will come out. And I'm like, okay, like I didn't know what was going on. So what was the first thing anyone types in on Google? How much loans can I take out for vet school? If you're like me and that's what you did, we all found the same answer. For professional schools, which a vet school is, the max amount that you can take out is $40,500, like for an academic year. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. I am just going to, let me just throw this out there. I am like not scared to talk about money. I'm not scared to like tell people my financial situation or like how much debt I'm in. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just don't care enough. I just don't care. So I will be sharing like my numbers with you guys and like my financial situation just to make you guys aware. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna max out all the loans, like 40,500, 40,500, 40,500. I'm toxic. So I didn't care. And basically when I got my reward off, is it award or is it reward? Like, which one is it? I don't know. Who cares? When I got my financial aid reward, they were like, yeah, this is the amount of loans we're offering you. It was not 40,500. And I was like, where's my money? Your money that you're giving to me. Where is it? It was close, you know, like 1,000 something off, like 2,000 off. So I got 38,380 offered to me to like take out in loans. And that was very close to where they estimated our cost of attendance. So if you don't know, I didn't take out loans in undergrad. I was blessed enough to not be able to do that based off of scholarships that I had. But so I didn't know anything about like what cost of attendance actually was. So I'm gonna like really quickly like break down UGA's cost of attendance for my year on my handy dandy iPad. So for the 2022 to 2023 school year, which I just went through at UGA Vet School, tuition was $17,514. And this is all on their website. Like, you can just go look this up. Their fees are $13.90, and then the rest of everything is estimated around like $17,500. Okay. So the cost of attendance essentially is like room and board, like your utilities, your food, your housing. That's important. Your books and supplies, like if you want to buy an iPad, or books, don't do that. Get them from your upperclassmen or for free. Okay. Your transportation, like gas, if you want to buy a bike and bike to campus and save on gas, like that can be included in transportation. Just, you know, whatever. Basically, with the loans, they're going to distribute the loans to you. So I accepted $38,380. You can get the max of $40,500, but you have to go through a process where you have to go in and fill out a form that states, I need more money than what you're offering me because of this circumstance. So it's like, I have a 5-year-old son. I live alone. We live in like our own housing. I'm not getting roommates for that very reason. Like, I have a family. I don't want roommates living with me. Like, no, thank you. Is it cheaper? Yeah. But do I want people living with my family? No, I don't. Like, especially strangers. Like, these are strangers at first. I know them now, but still, like, you don't know anybody when you're first moving here. So I didn't want roommates. I'm literally living here with a family. So I was paying much, much more in rent than a lot of my classmates. So I very easily could have filled out that piece of paper and been like, this is not enough for me. Give me the full $40,500, because that $2,000 would have also barely made a difference. But I didn't. I was just like, okay, like, that's fine. Like, I'll take out the $38,000, like $380. Like, sure, like, that's cool. So I took out my loans, and yeah, here I am today. I know a lot of people in my class, and probably a lot of people who have been asking me finance questions as well, were like, well, why did you take federal loans? Why, like, what are your other options to like financing vet school? So I'm going to be like straight up. I just don't feel like there are that many. Okay, let's go through them together. Your first option is going to be, you work really, really hard and save up the money, and you pay semester by semester or year by year, or however you want to do it. You can pay that way. Just pay. You pay it by working. The second one is going to be family members pay for you, and that is always just beautiful. The third one is going to be loans, whether that be like private or federal, which I have federal. And fourth, if you're in like a program like the Army, they have a whole program where they will pay for you to go through vet school. You give them like a few years out in practice, and then y'all are like good and solid to go. But you like are a part of the Army. You will be their veterinarian and things like that. You will go where they need you to go, but then they pay for your vet school, and then they give you like a monthly stipend. So, I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. I just didn't want to do that because I'm not signing my life away for that. Like, it's not your whole life, but I don't know. It was just never for me. But kudos to the people who it is for. Because no debt, monthly stipend, and then you probably get paid good too. We're not even gonna go into it. But I think that's pretty much like it. You can also get scholarships, but a lot of scholarships are not given to you until like your second year. So first years can get scholarships, and I'm solely speaking for UGAs and my experience at UGA at this point, because I don't know how it is at other schools. I do know that when you get an acceptance to an out-of-state school, they will include scholarships in that acceptance letter to you to entice you to come, to help lower the like bluntness of that out-of-state cost, because it's, oh my God, I have like the hiccups or something. I'm trying to hide them, because it's when you see the out-of-state cost, it's like, yay, At UGA, I think the out-of-state cost altogether for a year is around $67,000 compared to in-state costs where it's like $37,000. So it's like double. It's insane, y'all. Like, be safe out there, because these prices, oof. But all that goes to say, like, you can get scholarships like going into vet school. So yeah, if you're out of state, you can get scholarships to help lessen that out of state cost for you. You can also get offered scholarships if you're like saying you're interested in a particular program, like a food animal is like well known for like giving scholarships for like incoming freshmen. I'm not aware exactly of what other scholarships there are. There are others, but I just don't know what they are. So you just have to like talk to your school, and it's like on a need by need basis. They are the ones who give the scholarships. You're not like applying for them. The school will give it to you your first year. Let's just say that. Okay, so let's just say that. Now your spring at UGA, your first year, you fill out like a overarching scholarship application for the school. And then the school has a scholarship committee that will meet, and then they will divvy up the scholarship money for students that they, I don't know, for students that they choose. I'll say that. Each of the scholarships has like a thing that says like, for a student who is interested in public health and pursuing a passion in this, like in research, and then they'll be like, oh, well, that sounds like this student. And it's like teachers and students alike who are divvying these scholarships up. So it's not like they're just like randomly choosing people based off of your application and then based off of like them knowing you and things like that. And they're like, oh, well, she's really interested in like lab animal medicine. So this lab animal scholarship to help with research and stuff is going to be like perfect for her or him. You know what I mean? Things like that. So you do get opportunities for scholarships. I would also say do out of network scholarships like AVMA. They have a really good like list on their website. So the AVMA, you can just like look them up, avma.com or .org or whatever it is, and type in veterinary scholarships. And on there, you will find literally links. You just have to click them and it takes you to the page, tells you what it's about. And then you're like, do I qualify? Do I not qualify? Moving on. I would highly recommend if you're doing scholarships like that to make like 2 dates in your calendar. One, the day that it's due to make sure you turn it in on time. And one like 2 weeks before the due date to be like, hey, just a reminder, girl or guy, just fill it out, do the scholarship. Even if, you don't want to do it, just do it, because you never know. Like there's so many unclaimed scholarships, you never know like which one you're going to get. So I highly recommend like filling out every scholarship you come across that you qualify for, because I mean, the worst they could say is no, or just like nothing at all. So you're just like, I guess I didn't get it, and then just move on with life. Like that's what you're doing either way. You're in vet school regardless. So fill out scholarship applications and try to get that money. So I would say that those are going to be your main ways of paying for school. Most of them are pretty straightforward, except for the loans. The loans, like I said, I have not taken out before. I've had a few other people get accepted to different professional programs, and they themselves were like, I'm not understanding this loan situation. Should I do federal? Should I do private? Why is my school not giving me any information? And I will say, I wish that I had more information given to me from the beginning of my acceptance on like financial aid and stuff like that, because we had a financial aid talk at orientation, but like I'm already in there. My loans are already accepted at this point. You know what I mean? So it was kind of just like a moot point. It was just kind of going over like, this is what everything is. This is your cost of attendance. This is how we calculated that and this and that. One of the main things you want to be aware of with cost of attendance is it is from August to May. It is from the school year that you were in. It does not include the summer. It does not include June, July, or August. And I say August of the next year because rent is usually due on the 1st for most people. Okay. And you will not get your refund until like mid-August or late August. So just keep that in mind when you are budgeting everything. So once you get your loan amount, subtract your tuition, subtract your fees. Okay. That is how much, what your sum there, your difference. Let's go back to arithmetic. Your difference from your total loan amount accepted minus your tuition, minus your fees, that difference divided by 2 is going to be how much your refund is going to be each semester, because you get 2 refunds, one at the beginning of August and one at the beginning of January, or middle of January, middle of August. Okay. So divide that number by 2, and that's how much you're going to get. And then divide that number by however many months are in that semester, and that's what you have to budget with per month. And you can see really quickly why like a lot of people like you get that number and you're like, well, this is a lot of money. Take out tuition and fees, and you're like, okay, this is still a lot of money. Divide that by 2. Okay. And then divide that by like the number of months. You're kind of just like, yes, it could be stressful. Like it really can be stressful, especially if it's just you and you don't have anyone like helping you, or if you have like people that are dependent upon you to like feed them and clothe them and just pay for everything for them, if you know what I mean, like children. So I would just be like very aware of the amount that you are getting and just making sure it works for you in your situation. So once you have your monthly amount, then you can kind of see like what your options are. Do you need more? If you need more federal loans than your school is offering you, so let's say, my school offered me $38,380 in federal loans. I accepted the full amount because, like I said, I just don't care about how much loans I have, because nowadays veterinarians are making very good money. Much better money than they were making, between like 60 to 80,000 like a few years ago. It's absolutely insane. So the debt to income ratio is looking a lot better for me. It's almost going to be like 1-to-1, which is just fantastic. Like a breath of fresh air. Loans never worried me. It was just like I didn't understand them. And when I don't understand something, that stresses me out. So let's say they offered me the $38,380, and I did all that math, and I was like, wow, because I live with my family and I don't want any roommates, your cost for room and board for me is just grossly underestimated. Like grossly underestimated. It was so bad. You can go in and you can fill out a piece of paper that basically states like, I need more money for my loans. Thanks. And then they ask you why, and then you have to show them proof. Like I pay way more in rent than, people with like 4 roommates would pay, because I have my own place. I have my own townhome. I have to pay my own utilities. Nobody's splitting those with me. It's just that kind of thing. And so you just go in, you show them that information, you write that it's on a piece of paper, because they have to file it, they have to get it approved. And then they're like, okay, like this is how much more you can take. And since I was probably already at 38,380, they probably just would have been like, okay, you can max out to the 40,500. But that is the max. Once you reach that max, your options go, if you need more than the $40,500, your options go towards the Direct Plus loan, which there was a lot of confusion around that too. You are in professional school. Whether your parents are paying for you or not, you are considered independent. You do not need your parents' information for the direct, like the Grad Plus loan. Just so you guys know, because my class went through a whole thing with that and it was just confusing. You are considered independent regardless of your status with like your parents taking care of you or whatever. So you can get the Grad Plus loan. And that has a significantly higher interest rate, but it's still a federal loan. There's very key differences between federal loans and private loans, and what can be, forgiven and whatnot. So just be very careful and read the fine print when you were signing these things. My federal loan can be, the Grad Plus loan, I don't know anything about that, but private loans, like 9.999 out of 10 times, they are not going to be forgiven. There's no like forgiven programs that they have out there. When you sign that paper with a private loan with like a bank, a lender, whoever it is, that interest rate may be lower than a federal loan, but at the cost of it cannot be forgiven, and you cannot get income-driven repayment plans. So that is why I chose a federal loan. I know some people were asking questions about like, should I do a private loan? Should I do this? If you must, this is just me. I am by no means a financial advisor. And we'll get to that also in a second, because I'm about to wrap this video up. But if by all means you need to take out a private loan because you took out your federal, you took out your Grad Plus loan, and then you still need more, because a lot of professional schools do. And if you're out of state for a vet school, you very much may have to take out a private loan too, because it gets very expensive. I mean, let's just talk about Ross. I don't know their fees, but I know people graduate there with about 400 to 500K in debt. And it's like, I said I don't care about loans, but I care when they're that high. As long as mine stay below 200, I'm gravy, okay? I'm good. But you start going towards 3, I'm like, like, oh no, I'm gonna be working third shifts to pay that crap, okay? Because that's a no-no for me. But you do have situations where you have to take out all 3, okay? You do. And my advice would be to pay off that private loan as fast as you freaking can, because I would rather have my federal loans sitting there than my private loans, because the private loans don't care if you have a bad year. They don't care if you're making less because something happens. Look at COVID. And they're just like, well, I'm sorry, your monthly payment is like $2,000. Oh, but you're only making $2,200 a month now? Well, it looks like you'll be finding a way to live off of $200, or you're going to get another job or work yourself to death. Be very aware of that. Like private loans, most of them, I'm not going to say all, because it's not like I'm sitting here like doing all my research, you know what I mean? Most of them are not going to have an income-driven repayment plan. Federal loans will. Federal loans have so many different kinds of programs that you can do. Like, you know, you can defer them if you haven't used that before. I've used all mine up. Oh my God. You can go into forbearance, but I think you have to meet like certain qualifications for that. So just like look at regular federal loans, and then it will apply to your federal loans of professional schools. It's the same thing. It's just accruing interest the whole entire time you were in school. So while people will be like, private loans have lower interest rates, there are a lot of cons with private loans. And unless you know for sure, like you're going to specialize and make all this money when you get out and have like a set, like solid job, just think long and hard about that private loan. So anyways, I think that pretty much like covers the loans. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if I missed anything. Let me look at my notes really quick. Oh, my iPad died because it's always dead. I just think that it's really important for you to be aware of your own financial situation, and that can bring into play like having a financial advisor. And yes, even when you're like negative $40,000 in debt like me and still smiling, you can have a financial advisor. So UGA, and I'm sure other vet schools do as well, because they understand like the stress that comes with all this money like going out and we don't have anything coming in. UGA offers like free financial consultation with the College of Business. It's called Terry College. They have someone from there like come, and they do like one-on-one sessions that you will sign up for, and they will help you create a budget if you need help doing that, because I think budgets are just like daunting. So I prefer to live life on the edge. I just go, that looks like it's enough, and then I just wing it, which I should not be making a finance video, but it's not about like making a budget. It's more so about, these are your options. Be careful with your loans, because there are different options for that. And if you need more money, you can get more money. You just have to show them why you need it. So as far as like maxing out that $40,500, because then you're like, why are they only offering me $38,000 or less? They could offer you less than that. Like, why are they only offering me $30,000 and I need more? That's because they estimate a cost of attendance. And with the day and age that we live in, I just don't feel like it's accurate, because like housing is just ridiculous in Athens. So most of the people in my class do have roommates, not all, but like most of them. And yeah, like that helps bring down the cost significantly. But a lot of people in my class are also like, they have their own lives, their own families that they're taking care of, their own like houses and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't think like professional school takes into account that like you have your own life yet. You're still kind of like given the cost of attendance like you're in undergrad. So keep all that in mind when looking at your school's cost of attendance. If it doesn't match up to what you are going to need, you can request for more. And then if you request for more and that's not enough, you can take out more. There's other means. There's that Grad Plus loan. There's the private loans. But my suggestion would be to do the private loans last. So, but private loans alone will get you through. Like if you know you need like $80,000, you go get approved for a private loan and they will give you $80,000. Like they will give it to you, but it also like comes with the negatives as well that I spoke about earlier. I hope that some of this information was helpful. I definitely tried to like write down my thoughts, because I definitely get distracted when I talk on videos like this about information that I have learned. I think I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover, but of course, if you have any other questions, or if you want to know like more of my financial situation, I can go into like a more detailed video of a month-by-month breakdown of how much money I spend in a month, like as a vet student, because you would be like, oh, I bet she's so savvy. And I'm just like, treat yourself. So, so toxic. But keep an eye out for the update of, you know, my first year in veterinary school video. I'm very excited to like put it all together. It's just gonna be so exciting. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, like you can comment them down below. You can follow me on Instagram. I don't even know my name anymore. I think it's VEE Robinson _. It's tagged in the little description down below. So you can DM me on there. It's summer. I'm free like all the freaking time now, except for Tuesdays. So just DM me whenever, message me whenever, and I will respond like fairly quickly. But thank y'all for watching. I hope this was helpful. I really do, because I know I was struggling with like figuring out the finance of it all. Yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you next time.